What's up? What's up? It is time for another episode of Weeknight Streaming. And let me just make sure I brought it up. Sorry, guys. I had to come in, decompressed a little bit. And as you know, yeah. Um, Alright. Weeknight stream and commentary. Yay. Alright, so let's get this shit going. Alright, guys. Welcome to my stream. Alright, gotta make sure everything is working well here. There's a little bit of delay. Fraps is not working. Is actually being a little bit, I don't know, delayed. That felt good. That tastes good. All right. Now I believe we left off at Crucial Junction last time, where we were talking about this asshole right here. Just pull it back up, and I can actually pull this off my response video queue by author Arturus.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's get that.
Social things because they're
All right, so if you remember yesterday, we were talking about this whole asshole right here. This asshole right here that is basically just so fucking bitter and rage filled that he can't find a woman, that he says women don't like smart men, which is stupid. I was just talking on the phone with a woman that likes me and I'm a smart man. Slightly insane, but I am still a fucking smart man. So let's just pull this up. Alright. And those of you guys who have not watched or have not seen me stream, remember you can actually watch me live on Twitch, and you can watch me live here on Twitch, my YouTube channel, subscribe, follow, and of course this stream is my Facebook page. So let's get this shit started. Let's talk about this asshole again, and we're all set. And of course, we're playing Smite. Alright.
the mating strategy. These are life forms that are extremely specialized. Men need to find a job first, and then they need to become experts in that trade. And then on top of that, they also have to do the mating. But
it's not up to men to always have to, and I forget why I stopped the last time, but no, you can be an expert, and women actually have to go out and look for jobs too, and be expert in their trades. I feel like he thinks that men are either really strong but really weak. I don't know. and I haven't been an expert in my trade. I've fucking worked in call center, just a job, and I do art, and like, fuck, like, I'm still learning how to do art, even though I have my first professional art show on April the 12th through the 14th. If you're in the Chicagoland area, please come to the Odeum. That's the Odeum. Ta-da! But let's go. Oh, where's my... Duh, no. Alright.
Women, mating is their job, and they can also monetize it. So why do anything else? So they're extremely specialized in social things. That's really the only expertise.
Women's only job is not to have kids. You just put a lot of weight on women. Like, the fuck? Women can work too. As a matter of fact, if I'm with a woman and she doesn't have a job, that's a real detraction. I don't want you waiting around all day for me, especially with kids. You seem like, if you're raising children, men or women, and that's all you're around, you seem to lose yourself in kids. And no, I want you to be an adult. I want you to be so much of an adult that you have your own personality outside of what you would actually get from kids. Maybe that's me.
That is required of them. And so they have a lack of interest and appreciation and knowledge for everything else. So that's another reason for being stupid.
I could have sworn there were women scientists. I could have sworn there were women, doctors, mathematicians, professors. I could have sworn that these women did this shit. Is it me, or is it just like... Is he an asshole? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Stupid. I mean, a man who just goes out to clubs and talks to people and does nothing else with his life, he is stupid. So that works for a woman as well. And good-looking ones are overwhelmingly in entertainment mode as well. Entertainment mode is a place that you enter when you've got everything for free because of your looks, and things become extremely boring.
There is no somebody that... I'm sorry, there are no people that I know that get everything for free because of their looks. I'm sorry.
Boring. So that the only thrill left is being abused because everybody's treating you nicely, and that becomes boring. You can get that from anyone. The only thrill left is being abused, and for reasons that I've already discussed, the smart guys are usually... they can be abusive if they have personality disorders, but that comes down the road once you hook up with...
No, dog, no. Like, really? You think people want to be abused in the sense that you're saying it? Now, of course, I've actually subscribed to the whole thing with the school life of people want to be hurt, how people don't go for what is beneficial to you. They tend to look after people that hurt them how they're used to be hurting, but to just actively dismiss women as they need to be abused and that's the only thing, like, no. Fuck no. And I know women who may not seem conventionally attractive, but they still get handed shit because idiots like you think you need to worship women in order to be with a woman. Like, that's the stupidest shit in the world. But let's go.
As for the beginning, they probably seek to partner up with somebody who's at their level, and they're normally kind, at least in the beginning, when their emotional buttons aren't being triggered. So basically, they're too nice and they're boring. I think you have to realize that when you hear these stupid bitches on YouTube talking about why nice guys, why we don't like nice guys, as usual, you know, their brain, they don't really have access to the reasons why they like certain things. They're completely opaque to them. They just make up reasons, which is why you don't take women advice from a woman. She's just going to come out with
Oh, don't take advice from a woman who can tell you how a woman feels. That's fucking stupid. You fucking idiot. Ding. I'm sorry. Been watching too much Godless Engineer.
absolute randomness. So they know they don't like nice guys. And then you ask them why. And they come up with whatever reason they can think. They say, oh, because they're insincere. Because they're just trying to make you feel indebted to them. Okay, well, first of all, who's going to be really nice in a completely
So this actually denotes what your problem is, and you actually just said it. Because when you try to be nice to women, it is insincere. And in the end, it's you don't do it out of the kindness of your heart of actually caring about somebody. You do it because you think it's gonna get you niceness. This niceness token is gonna get you in somebody's panties. And that's not how it works, dog. That's not how it works. But let's continue.
selfish, completely selfless, altruistic way. Nobody. It is to be expected that if somebody's nice to you, they want something back. It doesn't mean they're not being nice. You know, they're not hitting you in the face. That's what nice means. That somebody decides to cooperate with you for mutual advantage, and instead of being in conflict with you. So that line of reasoning doesn't really work as far as I'm concerned. But even if it did, let's say that a part of men are this kind of little.
All right, so if you want to say that, if you want to say that there is no true altruism, I believe that. I believe there is no such thing as true altruism, because the fact that you feel good by doing something for somebody is fucking getting something out the contract. Now, is it beneficial for you to actually feel good about making somebody else feel good? Yeah, like I'm a guy that's a pleaser of women. You know, I like to please them and it makes me feel good. I'm not doing it just because I want to actually show off how great I am. No. It just makes me feel good to see somebody else feeling good. And, you know, you don't have this mentality. You have this mentality if somebody owes you something. And the fact that if they don't accept your graciousness of your great gift, then they're bitches. Like, how fucked up are you? You got some issues, dog. I think you need some counseling to help your ass from bouncing off the walls when you get down some. Listen to too much of me now.
Disgusting, deceitful creature that tries to be nice just to make the woman feel like she owes him something and she's going to sleep with him. Is that 100% of the people who behave in a decent way, treat you with respect? I don't think so. It can't be 100%. I think you have to realize, if you really want an answer to this, is that a lot of them are in entertainment mode, and the better they look, the more this is true. And nice guys are just boring for the same reason that if you showed up at the court of some king in past centuries and you said, "Hello, your majesty, I bring my salutations and a token of my allegiance," and you show him some pieces of...
Some people like nice shit. Some people don't like to just deal with assholes. Like, for real, you have just a fucked up sense of, like, I need to, like, be an asshole to get ahead. That's fucked up, dog. Like, I don't get it. Like, I can say that I've known some bitches. I've known some assholes. But I'm not just going to actually come out and say that all women are bitches. And, like, no. Dude, You have some anger issues. I was joking before about listening to Eminem and taking some words out of the sun, but you fucking really do need some counseling, because in the end, you have fucking anger issues, and you're blaming these women for your fucking anger issues because they don't see how great and masterful you are, because you just that damn good because reasons. Fuck you.
Of gold that he's got rooms full of that shit. He would just use a hand to wave you away. All right, whatever, more of that bullshit. You know. The problem is that they're in entertainment mode, and so unless you're willing to abuse them, which doesn't really yield win-win scenarios, it's a sort of warfare mode. Anyway, I've rambled on for too long on this one. So they're in entertainment mode. And lastly, they're evolutionarily ancient. Supposedly, if they're good looking, they're properly developed physically, and it would be a very rare genetic oddity for an animal to be very physically properly developed and very psychologically properly not developed. That is, not evolutionarily ancient. So the fact that they're basically fit for living in an ancestral world is another reason why they're stupid. So I gave 4 reasons. So there's massive stupidity coming at them from every direction. And I'm tying this to the last concept related to the things that being smart, according to my definition, involves, which was...
Notice you keep saying according to your definition. You actually just play your hand too much, dog. That it is about your definition, and it's about what you feel is smart or good or shit like this. And it just doesn't make sense that you are just this fucking caught up in yourself that you just have to create new meanings of words and definition because you feel inadequate. And it's almost the same thing. It is the same thing that racists feel when they say, "Whoa, this person is beneath me, but I'm scared of them in this way." It's cowardice. It's a fucking, you know, it's a sign that you are weak. It's a sign that you have no accomplishments. When you have to make up your own sense of this is what makes me special because reasons. It just reminds me of just sorry ass racists that get upset because, you know, of a certain amount, a certain people that can do certain things. Not that they're genetically enhanced to do it. No, it's just because this is a skill. This is something that they've actually had to learn to do to fucking survive, which anybody can fucking do. But yet, and still, you think that it's like, you think that because women don't find you in a fuck my killing spree, don't find you in a sense that you want them to find you in, is because they're stupid women. But hey, and by the way, guys, I'm trying to pay attention to all the chats, but I'm really can only get to like the Twitch chat. So yeah, I'm sorry about this, guys. I really am trying to get to as many chats to follow the chats. So if you're saying something, come over to my Twitch channel and actually talk in my Twitch channel. God damn it. Shit. Alright, guys. I looked down for 1 minute. And then our asses is like down. Whew. That helps. Alright, let's get this back going.
Was that your works and accomplishments are in difficult to understand areas. So to avoid being too abstract now is, well, the example, so your world famous hacker show up at a club, find your nearest 17-year-old stupid slut. What the fuck are you going to talk to her about? That's the problem, you see. Well, let's move on.
Hell?
Oh,
Like,
there was one more,
so
sorry.
bitter?
Another thing that is problematic when you're smart is that you have a very extreme self-image. It could be extremely high or extremely low. Sometimes these people are
like
often,
you're depressive.
well, not sometimes and often together, but sometimes they're too proud to pursue, and some other times they have too low self-esteem to establish boundaries. I think that this is understandable, and it comes from the mindfuck of the kind of dichotomy that you're exposed to or sentenced to when you have high intelligence, which is at the same time you are better than everyone else by a million miles, and at the same time the things that come easily to other people.
You really have issues in yourself, I see. Because you have this whole idea, this concept of you're better, but it's something, you're not as good as other people. Like, really? Like, how much of this is just like, do you hate masturbate? Like, dude, you sound like you hate masturbate. Like, you're like, oh, yeah, I hate myself. He hate fat. I swear to God, I think these guys, all of these guys just hate fat because they can't get the woman that they quote unquote feel that they deserve, which most likely is just that the quote unquote hottest woman that they can think of, and yet, like, they like, I literally think these guys hate fat. They be like, oh, she hate me, she's ignoring me, and just, I don't know, like, I've never, like, I've hated that I've had the fat because, like, the woman that I want is, like, far away and she can't help me with it. But that's, like, I've never hate fat. I'm never like, oh, I hate masturbating. Like, no, that shit is crazy. But let's go.
You kind of suck, like socialization, because you didn't have the experience or the interest, and even simple things like sleeping or shitting, maybe, for you are a big problem. So you're stuck, basically you're in the same position of those models that are not world-class models, but they're like kind of like little tiny little models. They are the most paranoid about their appearance because they feel both very pretty because they're models, everybody wants to fuck them, but on the other hand, if they look at the prettier ones,
not about fucking,
and then they look at themselves, they'll look at all these defects that those other better looking ones don't have. And so those are the ones with the weakest possible self-esteem, those models that are not really at the top possible tier. And I think smart guys are in that kind of situation too, by having, to make it more precise, they have unstable feedback from the environment about what their place is. All right, we're done with that. Now, if you take what a woman's definition of smart is, on the other hand, it's not Einstein, but it's kind of like James Bond. So let's look at James Bond's cunning, street smart behavior. Step one, takes huge risks. Interesting, because now he's useful, because she doesn't have to take those risks now. She can outsource them to him. The fact here, the reason why this works is that she's only interested in those who are still alive. So of course taking risks is dangerous, but you know, you can't be attracted to somebody who's under the ground, and so by necessity,
that makes no sense.
Being attracted to people who take risks and plus they're still alive is something that attempts and often succeeds at pinpointing very difficult to understand, very hard to put into words, kinds of personal attributes or things that make a person appear lucky. And you know, it's a good indication of fitness that you take risks and you're.
Women don't don't just like men that are, quote unquote, seem virile. There are, I know I said this before on part 1 of this video, but women like men that may not be the toughest SOB out there. It happens. Like, women care about shit other than just, you know, physical fitness. But let's go.
You're still alive. So James Bond takes huge risks, and for that, he is rewarded as being one of the attractive figures that are stereotypically pointed to for a number of reasons.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. I've never understood the appeal of James Bond, the cool, calm, collective James Bond. Now, Daniel Craig, yeah, I've actually understood his appeal because he had fucking emotions other than just swagger. Like, that first Casino Royale was actually just like where he just got pissed. I fucking love that because you just saw him fucking broken at times, and you just like, oh yeah, this shit happens. So, all right, cool. Come on. What did I win right here? Day 3. Let's play something else. Do I want to do a joust or a clash? Clash. Sorry guys, thirsty as hell. Let's go.
Reasons, body language, and you know, kind of a persona that is attractive to females. Then moving on, he's socially smooth.
If you think James Bond is like the end all and be all of male masculinity and attraction, that shows more about you, dog, than it does about women. Because me thinks that you may like you a penis. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right. Let's go.
This is really the definition of smart that women have. And that's an area that she understands. It's not physics, so she can see. Look how smooth that was. She can't see. Look, the genius passage. Look how he recombined the exponent with the denominator and switched that equation around. And he realized that that was a Fibonacci series embedded in the very framework of the M theory. So this means the whole universe is based on information complexity theory. She doesn't know how to say that. She doesn't even understand.
But yeah, there are women who do know how to say that. There are women who determine shit like that. This shit wasn't just determined by a man. And that's what kind of I don't get with this type of mindset. It's like it's as if they've never heard of a smart woman. And it's as if, bear with me, it's as if they want to actually have a weak woman so they can lord something over them. I don't know. I know. Like, I get. Hold on, where's my candy? I get why, and I'm gonna expose my Naruto cred. I get why people say Sakura from Naruto was useless. She chased after the pretty boy Sasuke. Well, she had Naruto right there. He was a good guy. Like, no. Naruto was a prodigy. And she actually just liked Sasuke because when it came down to it, when she actually needed his ass, he was there. From their first mission to the Man of Waves, when she stood in front of him, like after Naruto froze, he jumped in front. Every crucial time where he needed her ass, where she needed his ass, she was there, and it was a sight to behold. Especially when the ninja from the sound was trying to fuck with her. Man, he fucking snapped. Even in the final battle, when it seems like he didn't care what happened to her, when she was about to die, when the acid was like about to kill her, he picked her up. Now, when she had the shit done herself, where she was like, "Yo, he don't care about me. He's just like, no." He respected her strength. He respected her strength enough to know when he is needed, when he's not needed, because she was a strong ass woman. And maybe these incels need to have a strong woman in their life. But let me go. Let's continue.
What the fuck I'm talking about by now. But if you're socially smooth, she can see that and give you a grade, and the grade is actually correct. Are you like a 9 in social smoothness? Or are you 4? She can't grade you as a physicist, for example. All right, moving on. James Bond, evolutionarily ancient, takes risks, shoots guns, persuades people. This is just business as usual in the human world. Probably an archetype that's been with humanity for a very long time, even before spy movies. And again, she has evolved to gauge these skills properly. Now, James Bond acts in his genetic interest, not his personal interest.
Bullshit, he acts in his personal interest all the time.
Does something dangerous, jumps off a building, or dodges a bullet, he's just saying, hey, I don't matter. I'm not here for myself. I'm here for the children. And
what the hell?
Remember that a woman is the embodiment of nature's selection criteria. She's much closer to the master than a man is. Men are slaves to the master, and women are high functionaries. So you're literally talking, when you talk to one of them, you're literally talking to the DNA itself.
What?
Of course she will reward those who obey the rules.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, I'm transferring back. Are you better than your DNA? Like, really? Really, though? Aren't you better than what your DNA says? I know you try to pass yourself off as a nerd and you're smart and intelligent, but you're stupid. I mean, like, damn. Humans evolved to a point where we control our evolution. We are not governed by our DNA. We're not governed by our impulses. But maybe you are. Maybe you're governed by so much of your impulses, your higher thought functions can't work. How fucking dare you think that everybody is as deficient as you are? God damn. Fuck! 4-on-1. Let's go.
Taking life risks for the benefit of succeeding at sexual selection and in favor of the next generation. Another thing James Bond does is to act practically and concretely in ways that can be seen easily and don't require intelligence.
No! That's the one thing that he does not do. James Bond, the fact that you think James Bond is a hero, he's not. He's a plot device. That's why so many people can play him. Because he has no depth of character. He's just a plot device. And the fact that you're worshiping a plot device like James Bond shows more of what you feel your inadequacies about versus what James Bond actually really is. But let's go.
Intelligence to be seen. They're tangible. Did you or did you not put a bullet through the guy's head? Clearly seen. Don't need to have a PhD in quantum chromodynamics to gauge that. Finally, James Bond gets laid. So he has one and only one thing in mind, getting laid. Now, women are in a strange situation of being invested in their own suffering. As shitty as a man's situation is, a man has this one advantage. that he wants what's good for himself, even though he doesn't know that he's being manipulated, that he's just a tool in the hands of the genetic code.
What? There you go again. Just having this idea that men are just tools and they have to follow their genetic programming. Dude, it makes you seem so fucking weak. Makes you seem like nothing but just a weak, small individual. But let's continue.
But at least he is separated from the very thing that's controlling him, which is his desire. But women are in a very different situation of being invested in their own suffering. As Schopenhauer put it, men expiate the guilt of life through effort and women through suffering. Now, this game, the mating game, has a plot. And women will see to it that it unfolds correctly. They're responsible for this. The plot is, however, not in their favor. The plot is you fuck her and you dump her. But they are there to make sure that this happens according to the script. She wants her children to have the pump and dump genes because her genetic survival, which is much more important than her own well-being.
What the hell? You have this stupid ass science where women want their children to have the pump and dump genes. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's almost as if you've never had a human relationship. Well, let's continue.
And what her actions are really screening for depends on it. She doesn't want children who deliver flowers and love letters and live a life of contemplation, unless it's just a trick to pump and dump. Now, you will hear some guys say, but I'm smart and women like me. And first of all, fuck off. Second of all, I don't believe any man saying anything about how much money he's...
Oh, it's about you being jealous. Oh, it's about you being jealous. That's what it's about. Oh, this whole thing is about you being jealous. You just told me to fuck off because I'm smart and women like me. Hey, I'm socially awkward. And guess what? Women fucking like me. And guess what? They want to be with me too. Guess what? Women actually like me so much. They like me so much that they value actually spending time with me and learning to find out what's on my fucking mind. That's what happens. But no, they don't.
He's got and how many women he's got, because every time I verify one of these claims, these are all people who are fucking 5s and 4s and misrepresenting them as 7s or above and spending everything they earn. So, fuck.
Oh, you're jealous. You're jealous because they're getting women in. No, they have to be lying. So the women are 5s and 4s, and they're spending everything on the women that they sleep with, and because reasons I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe you have to break a few omelets to get some eggs, but hey, let's continue.
These people, I don't believe a word they say. Second, the only potential contendants to the title of smart but laid are ENTPs and ENTJs. So let's look at them. First of all, ENTPs spend an inordinate amount of time pursuing. These are people who are smart, but on the other hand, they're very incoherent. No clear life goal, very poor time management. Definitely project force in their own specific way, which is to have arguments all the time, which kind of plays into the female selection criteria of being a challenge, which means treat them like shit.
Whoa.
And give them a hard time. Because remember, they're in entertainment mode, so at least that's something novel. drama that they didn't start. Whoa, exciting. And second, about ENTPs, they're really evolutionarily ancient despite the intelligence. Extroversion is all about dealing in people as opposed to dealing in abstractions. That's why Tesla wasn't an extrovert. That's why Newton wasn't an extrovert. That's why Bill Gates is not an extrovert. Peter Thiel is not an extrovert. Extroverts do different things. Actually, there are some people who are saying that Bill Gates is an ENTJ. I don't know what he has become having all that money, but definitely if you see the pictures of back when he was working on stealing MS-DOS, that doesn't look like an ENTJ to me. That looks like an INTP. Or he wouldn't have been into computers to begin with, so fuck off. In Schopenhauer's terms, if you look at ENTPs, these are people in which the intellect might be somewhat developed, but the will is still much stronger than the intellect.
What the hell?
Also, Schopenhauer talked about something else, but I have it in a pointer coming down the line, so let's not go into it right now. But also,
what does these ENTPs and all this
as far as
about?
ENTPs are concerned, usually their intellect is within the range that can be grasped by females. I know some pretty smart ENTPs. I don't know any genius level ENTPs. Now let's move to ENTJs. This is a completely different story.
He's thinking of the
ENTJs.
Oh, okay. He's thinking of the young personality type. So the Briggs-Meyer young personality type. So TPs, extrovert, intuitive. He's thinking about personality types. Dude, like, I'm a INTJ and I still get women. I'm not an extrovert, I'm an introvert, and it's still not that hard to actually find myself actually being I guess, I don't know. Like, this shit is breaking my brain where these people actually believe that they actually need to. It's breaking my brain that, like, why don't you just work on being a fucking better person? I think I'm being stupider by listening to this jagoff.
Actually value their time, they're very organized. But their main skill is that they have money and they spend it. They have no problem with paying for intimacy and affection. They pay big. It's a no.
I literally don't know what you mean. So, I think I got what's going on. He's upset that not only do people have relationships, not only is he upset because people actually they may have to not try as hard to be as, I don't know, interesting to the same sex as people that may not have the same mental handicapped is not the right word. Mental lacks that he has. Like, he literally sounds like he is mentally deficient because he's equating old mating rituals of non-evolved people to the way people are acting right now. And I just don't get it. It's just like saying, like, and then even like Aboriginal people across the globe, they don't act like this, man. They don't act like what you're saying. Because what happens is around the globe, people that don't have like farmlands that they need to pass on to their son, they have a totally different, outlook on life and how relationships are. You don't see people that's actually taking the time and saying, you know, you have family units, but you don't have the situation that we in the civilized world have. It's a lot more egalitarian. But let's go.
Don't think that all women are for sale. If you lay down 500K on your next door girl, chances are you'd be fucking her too. But that's not even half of the expenditure though, because you first need to broadcast that ability and willingness to pay, which is...
Is that what you really believe, dog? That, it's about... You really believe this? Like, oh my God, you actually believe that people have a price. And the only reason why you can't get a woman is because you can't pay the price? Like, how sad are you?
It's far more costly than the girl, because you have to continue to display that. So, cars, apartments, vacations, clothes, and this and that. Now, ENTJ males are actually often very insecure. And that is the reason why they're completely okay with having to pay to get female attention. You can't blame them though. It works, it's effective, it's a time saver, allows them to focus on other things. After all, if you don't pay with your money, you're going to pay with your time. And for them and many other people, their time...
That reminds me. I was listening to the Jay-Z rapist R. Kelly's son, The Power of the P-U-S-S-Y. He's like, baller players spent money, rap niggas spent time, all the while both claiming they never spend a dime. Business guy, she was victimized, have them playing rent on condos in Miami high rise. They ask, who pussy this? Tell them nothing but lies. Well, if you really believe that women are playing a game to get you, dude, you need some counseling. Or maybe you need to stop hate fapping. Ah, I hate women. I hate women. But let's continue.
Is more valuable than wasting it on courtship. But I don't think extroverts fall within the definition of smart that I gave in the beginning. Smart has a huge component of existential smartness for me, of being more advanced than the game of life requires. As Schopenhauer put it, a genius is when the intellect is free to do its thing without being subservient to a person's self-interest. So far, I have not met one extrovert who possessed this kind of quality in any significant amount. And I think if they did, it would surely be a handicap in romantic matters. If I were to summarize this whole mini chapter here on extroverted anti-males, I would say that as long as you're using your brain in service of the next generation, and that's clear and obvious, it's not a handicap. The main handicap is not being smart. It's the places where being very smart takes you that have nothing to do.
Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna play this out. Like, I'm serious. Like, this guy. Oh my God. So, like, he just can't be the asshole and say, I want to get women because I want to have lots of sex. Just say that. Be the asshole. Just say, I don't want human connection. I want physical connection. Be that asshole. It's okay. God, it's okay. And it's almost as if you don't know how to be an asshole because you just don't. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like I sit back and watch and hear these motherfuckers, and it's just like, no. I'm still waiting. Okay, cool. Okay.
You know, their anxieties and
Yes. All right, great.
This guy. Oh my God. So, like, he just.
Come on, Imp. Imp, for real? Yes! Go, bitches! I'm sorry. I have issues. Yes! Really? Ah! Motherfucker, he blocked me. Alright, alright. Alright, come on, Yuri. Get the fuck out. Ah! I'm gonna promise I'm gonna get back to the video, guys. It's only gonna be an hour stream today. Ah, shit! Alright, let's go.
With what you were put here on earth to do. So, a few closing remarks, now we're done. The game of life is the game of mating. There's nothing else. And the game of mating is based on one generation.
See, that's the thing. There is no purpose to life. Even the whole thing about having to be reproduced. Fuck you, there's no purpose to life. And quite frankly, once you get it through your thick fucking skull that no one owes you shit. Life is not a game, and quite frankly, you need to work on your fucking character. And maybe somebody may not seem to think that you would be repugnant. Maybe you'll get some women. Maybe it's only one. Maybe you only need one. Maybe you need 3 or 4. Maybe you don't need the hottest woman there is. Maybe you need a 4 or 5.
Generation sacrificing everything for the next. The way that I've defined intelligence is all about one generation saying, fuck off, I'm doing my own thing. And it's foolish to expect that you could not follow the plan at all and still get the rewards that were put there to make you follow the plan. Practically speaking, the first thing you lose when you deviate from social norms of business as usual, making money, buying stuff, spending it to empty your balls, is female interest. And being with one foot beyond human and one foot firmly planted in humanity is a very nasty business. I think integration of the self eventually requires giving up one or the other. The price for not doing that is to live perpetually.
Shit! I missed the jump. Okay, so let's get down to it. He doesn't want to work. He doesn't want to conform to society's norms, but he wants society's rewards. That's stupid. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't like working. I don't like conforming to society's norms. I still have a job because I want to take care of myself.
Actually under strain.
Full finish.
Now the problem will soon be completely obsolete with virtual reality and AI agents, but that's for another video. My last remark has to do with one special life hack. There are some very rare females who possess the kind of intelligence I mentioned. And no, they're not 2% of the population. And no, they're not 0.8% of the population. That's fucking bullshit. And YouTube is basically plastered by worthless wannabe so-called anti-J females that exhibit the highest peaks of vulgarity and mundanity in all respects, from, you know, basically being porn divas to talking about astrology and other gaping cognitive biases. I'm talking about real female geniuses. These are...
You can't do porn on YouTube. Secondly, you have so much hatred for women. It's almost as if you've never had a woman. Damn it, there we go. And it's just like, dude, I don't think you've actually talked with a woman. Somebody that wasn't your mom. Because your mom knows how to talk, especially to these nuts.
One in several tens of millions, or even rarer. And the reason they're so rare is that they constitute a fault in nature's very reward system. The reward system that nature uses is a much more streamlined and repeatably deployed mechanism compared to males, who must by necessity have high genetic variability and be a hit or miss business.
Damn it!
For the same reason that when your PC crashes, most times it's an application as opposed to the operating system. The operating system has to be more stable than the applications. Of course, if you use Windows, you might have a different opinion on that, but anyway. So, when you know this, the interesting thing to be aware of is that if two people who possess genius end up together, and they're not half or entirely broken from the necessary trauma that they might have experienced in life, which is often the case, it is possible that they can hack the system. This great, big, hopeless system that I've just described, which is described far better in the writings of Arthur Schopenhauer when he talks about love, how it's all in the interest of the next generation, how you choose people just so that your child's face can be a little bit more balanced to prevent genetic oddities.
And I'm actually done with this fool. Alright, so this marks a good thing where I can take him off of my response video list. And I'm done with this game, so let's actually just take it back here. Alright, so the thing about these guys and the thing about these incels, and it kind of pisses me off. So bear with me. The reason why I have so much disdain from these people, because I can understand wanting to give up. I can understand wanting to blame all women for your problems. I can understand that. And I've been married and I have a current, let's just say, friend. I don't get why these incels just fucking act like this. And it makes me think they've never, incels, obviously, they've never actually talking with a woman outside of thinking, how am I gonna get my dick wet? And I don't know, like, I don't know why the fuck do they need to act like this? And it's just like, I'm just saying, it's just like, it's just one of those things where it's just like, they are so fucking dumb and stupid where they just have to actually be, I don't want to do that when I did this one. They have to actually blame it on women about what they're choosing when it's not about the fucking looks. It's not about them actually sitting back in, choosing them based on looks or how the women are stupid and like, no, you're an asshole. Just understand that you're that asshole. And who you call other men for being an asshole, the reason why you fucking hate them is because they choose to act. He even said it. This fucker even said it. That, well, introverts, they spend money to be... Yes! People spend money to have fucking fun. People spend money to actually say, hey, I'm going out here. Do you want to enjoy me? It's the fact that you want to be in your mother's basement, just living off of somebody else's tit, hoping to suck on the tit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you in particular. Because in the end, you're going to be the one that's alone. And the women that you're claiming as sluts and the men that you're saying they're paying for it, they're going to have somebody. And you know what? Maybe it won't last forever. But it'll at least last longer than their shortest relationship will last longer than your longest one. Because it would happen. So excuse me if I find it insulting that you think that people who normies are just having fun without you. We are. And you know what? Maybe I don't fuck as much as I want to. Once a month, once every 2 weeks. But hey, at least somebody wants to be around me. Even with the fucked up personality that I have. They want to be around me. Just like I'm putting bullets around his ass. Oh well. They still want to be around me. They still want to enjoy my fucking company. Because I have something about myself that they like. And the fact that you don't. That you have to trick people on how smart you are. Instead of being a fucking person. All you have to do is be a fucking person. And maybe you'll get that validation that you want. But until then, you won't. You wanna know why you won't? Because you think all women are bitches. And that whole idea of all women are bitches is the reason why you can't get one. Something that's so simple for you to actually get. You can't get one because you think that women are beneath you. They're not smart enough to understand you. They're smart enough to understand that you're an asshole. And that's what your problem is going to be. You're going to be always labeled an asshole, especially making videos like this. You're going to be always labeled a loser because in the end, all you think of is how someone is beneath you and how, damn, another headshot? And how you're better than this. And you should just be handed relationships on a silver platter. So fuck you. I hope you never get a woman. I hope you never get somebody until you change your fucking attitude. Until you start thinking that, hey, maybe it's not about how much I can trick a woman or how much I can make a woman think that she only deserves to be with me. So fuck you. Now, I'm about to lose in this match, a team deathmatch that I've just jumped in. But it's still fucking fun. Because you know what? Oh shit. Hey, okay, there you go. I should be doing this. Alright. So, that's it. I'm gonna play this game out and actually played the last part of this game. Oh shit. Oh shit. Come here. Healed your ass. Healed your ass. Oh!